A new poll reveals the Republican frontrunner in Fort Wayne's mayoral race. News Channel 15's Don Austin joins us from Studio 15 with details. Don?
Well, the poll was conducted by the Mike Downs Center for Indiana Politics. 470 people were surveyed. The overall picture shows Liz Brown with a very narrow lead. If the Republican primary were held today, who would you vote for? 41% of those likely Republican voters said they'd vote for Liz Brown. 34% picked Paula Hughes. 14% said they'd vote for Eric Doden, while 7.5% were undecided. Andy Downs, director of the Mike Downs Center for Indiana Politics, said one of the biggest surprises, Eric Doden's numbers.
And what we have to keep in mind is that when you're running for office, you have to, if you've never run before, you're starting with basically no name recognition.
When it comes to likely male voters, Liz Brown comes out on top. 44% of the men surveyed said they're voting for her. 31% picked Paula Hughes, while 15% went for Eric Doden. Likely female voters were split pretty evenly, 39% saying they'd vote for Liz Brown, 38% going for Paula Hughes. Age is another factor. Downs says older voters consistently show up to the polls during the primary elections. Paula Hughes comes out on top with voters 65 and older.
People 65 plus in the last 3 Republican primaries in Fort Wayne, they made up 25 to 35% of the electorate. So that's a really significant chunk of the electorate.
Liz Brown has the edge when it comes to younger voters, those 18 to 49 years old.
Liz Brown's doing really well in a group that doesn't have a tendency to show up in the same sort of way that the group that's supporting Paula Hughes does.
He says the key for Liz Brown to be successful, getting those younger voters to the polls.
She stands to profit tremendously from that, but if she doesn't mobilize that base, she's going to have a problem.
The primary election is next Tuesday, May 3rd. Andy Downs says nearly 20,000 Republicans could turn out to vote. Don Austin, News Channel 15.